Hello, beautiful people. Welcome, beautiful people. Marvelous scope. Let's have a marvelous scope. Happiness arrived in the mail today because of Periscope. Let's turn off this light and see what we can get here. Okay. Oh, there we go. Happiness has arrived in the mail because of Periscope. So welcome everybody. Let's see if I can fix this camera a little bit. I tried to just get in my office but couldn't. You know why? Because you need keys to get into an office, and I left those at home. Woo! Man, am I smart and intelligent. Oh, maybe not so much, not every day, but at least I have a sense of humor. Happy holidays to everyone. Welcome to the, I would say the room, but I'm actually in my car. I had a big plan to do a scope broadcast from my office, but no, that's going to have to wait for another time. Welcome everybody. Please hit your little Periscope person and please share, because this is going to be a different kind of Periscope. Hey, Melody. Yes, I left my keys. Yeah, I got one of these. Well, it's not really that fancy of a car, but it's fancy for me. I have a Volkswagen, and it gave me this remote keyless car, and it just messes me up. It's too many buttons. So I'm thinking about, Melody. Hey, Judy Rogers. I'm thinking about bringing the car back and tell them, look, give me $1,000 back and take off some of these buttons. Excuse me there, guys. Take away some of these buttons because it's too many buttons for me to learn how to work. But, okay, let me get this squared away. All right, girls, guys and gals. Okay, so now we're ready. Oh, no, do not turn it off. Okay, Liz, thank you so much, Liz. We're going to have fun. This is going to be a lighter scope. Welcome, Brad from Rochester, New York. I need a 1983 Chevy Caprice. Wow. It is funny you mentioned Chevy Caprice. We did have a Caprice Classic, Wayne. And, hey, because this is going to be an informal scope, I'll go into it, okay? I'll go into my little Caprice Classic story. We had this brand new Caprice Classic. It was in the 80s as well, Wayne. And we're coming back from a 2-week vacation that my parents always took myself and my grandparents on. And we're in a town called York, Alabama, in the middle of nowhere, somewhere in Alabama. Hello, Clarissa. Clarissa's a beautiful little young daughter of a personal friend of mine, and she's watching. Hey, Clarissa, I bet you're a lot taller than the last time you sent me a picture of Uncle Marvin, so make sure Uncle Marvin gets his pictures, because I love me a good hug every now and then. You have to convince your daddy to come to New Orleans. I've got a free bowl of gumbo for you. All you got to do is get here. So anyhow, Wayne, I want to get back to my story. We're in York, Alabama. Bam, bam, we get in a 5-car collision, Wayne. And we were like, I think, number 3 car. And the front end, the hood is pushed all the way to the front of the front windshield. And the back, they hit us so hard in the back, we couldn't get our suitcases out. Well, my dad, he usually doesn't have a temper, but because his brand new car, hey, Mark, I'm just telling an extemporaneous story. We're going to get to my real scope in just a while. But I got a good friend on here, Mark, and he mentioned something about an 83 Chevy Caprice Classic. And it brought up a great memory. And so I'm just sharing a little bit of myself and my love. So Wayne, here's the deal, dude. He catches the red ass. That's coon ass, or French for I'm really, really angry. And when my dad would get really, really angry, he would bite down hard on his teeth. And if he bit down too hard on his teeth, he would grind on his teeth. He could actually break a tooth. And don't you know, Wayne, he found like a wire hanger and he went to wrapping up and pulling down the hood with this wire hanger, and from York, Alabama, all the way back to South Louisiana, every 15 to 20 miles, it seemed like the hood would fly up, and he would get out and he'd yank it back down. But he had decided, come hell or high water, I am going to bring my car back to Louisiana. He was not going to leave it in York, Alabama. So, just a weird story that came out of nowhere, Liz. I was definitely not going to share that story today, but that is the power of Periscope, and I think that's where we should start. If I would name the Periscope something else other than happiness shows up in the mail because of Periscope, I would probably name it Lessons from Periscope. So here's the deal. There's those of you that are still lurking out there thinking, well, I don't know, I'm not pretty enough to be on Periscope. I don't speak well enough to be on Periscope. I got an accent, so I can't be, hey, Sunset, welcome to the room, Sunset. Please tell us if you're new and where you're from. I have an accent, so I can't be on Periscope. I'm too skinny, so I can't be on Periscope. I'm too fat, so I can't be on Periscope. I don't have gray hair, so I can't be on Periscope. I do have gray hair, so I can't be on Periscope. All of this crap that you're feeding yourself is just a bunch of excuses. Would you please share your love? Because, man, I never knew Wayne before I got on here. There's probably, I just checked my Periscope analytics stuff today, and I think I've only scoped about 85 times. And most of those, I didn't know what the hell I was doing, but I threw myself into the people because, quite frankly, I love y'all. Okay, I'm actually doing a Periscope right now because today I worked all day, and a part of my day I was kind of feeling a little blah. That's right, Brad. Brad says he has a face for radio. I personally know Brad, and he's got a much prettier face than this face. This face is a face for radio. Okay, so the point I'm trying to make is all of these screwed up thoughts you might have been given, either as a kid or whatever, that you're not good enough. It's just a bunch of bullshit. Okay, there, I said it, okay? You are good enough. You are enough. Right now, you're enough, okay? What we need is just for you to share. Nobody's got a perfect language or perfect hair or no eyeglasses. And I mean, half those people, those beauty queens that you see advertised all the time, they wouldn't look worth a damn if they took away Photoshop from them and a little bit makeup. I mean, come on. The fact is, people respond to real people. Well, oh no, you don't understand, Marvin. I have a lot of problems. What a crock. Okay, we all got problems, okay? You're a better person because you share your problems. Don't be miss all that, and I always got all of my stuff together. My goodness, nobody believes that. Thank you for sharing, Brad. I really appreciate that. And I really appreciate those hearts, guys. Appreciate that, Wayne. So here's the reason why I got on today. I said in my subject heading, happiness is getting something in the mail. Well, the reason I just got something in the mail is not because it's holiday season, okay? It's because something amazing happened, and it's a Periscope story. Here's the deal. When you start Periscoping, you have to be consistent. In other words, I was scared of this freaking camera when I started. I might have not knew exactly what I wanted to say every time. Sometimes there wasn't enough people in the room until I found out that it could show that you got 30 people in the room, and the fact is you could have 50 or 60 in there, and the Periscope analytics were all screwed up. And when I went back and checked it, whenever I started watching my broadcast on the catch.me/MarvinLeBlanc broadcast, I saw a whole ton of people that were in the room that Periscope wasn't telling me. The other thing, here's another Periscope secret. You might have whatever, 5 people, 2 people, 20 people that you're seeing, but there could be a whole nother 30 people, a whole nother herd of people. A herd. How many is a herd of people? I don't know. Wayne will tell me. Wayne, tell me how many is a herd of people. But there could be a whole herd of people that's actually watching your Periscope, but they're actually scared to like do a comment, or maybe they haven't even learned how to type out and say hello to Marvin on the bottom yet. You don't know who's out there. And so Brad says a herd is a shitload of people. So Wayne, maybe you can tell me how big is a shitload? Y'all are cracking. Wayne says a shitload equals 14.795. So I guess old Wayne must be an engineer. Man, you know, I'm just a South Louisiana boy. I never got to 14.795. Now I'm in real trouble because I just noticed my dad just came in the room. So if I don't straighten up, my 79-year-old dad still has ability to kick my ass. But Dad, right now what we're talking about is how many is a herd of people, and Brad from Rochester, New York, who's an insurance expert over there, Brad says a herd of people equals a shitload of people. And then I asked Wayne. Wayne's over there in Memphis, and he's a guitar player. And Wayne says a shitload equals 14.795. Now, my dad was a chemical superintendent, so he's got a little math under his belt, so maybe he can understand what 14.795 was. Here's the reason why I scoped tonight. There's all kind of reasons why you should do daily broadcasts on Periscope, y'all. And this exchange today in the last 6 or 8 minutes, okay, was the best belly laugh that I've had in a couple of days. And it was spontaneous. It was unplanned. Wayne said one thing, and Dad, I just told a story about how pissed off that you got when we were in that 5-car collision over there in York, Alabama, and how hell-bent you were and succeeded in driving that Caprice Classic, champagne-colored Caprice Classic, all the way back to South Louisiana. So that was what we were talking about. What happened to me earlier, about 2 weeks ago, is I was doing some broadcasts. And sometimes you don't get the feedback immediately when you do a Periscope broadcast. So I want to give you some encouragement out there that just because you don't think you're being noticed, you just don't know. Your job, it's like a farmer, okay? The farmer can't expect to yield a harvest in the fall if he didn't plant in the spring, okay? Or whatever season he's supposed to plant in, he's not going to be able to have a harvest at harvest time if he doesn't plant. And so I ended up doing a Periscope broadcast on boomers, baby boomers that are managers, and they're now managing millennials in the workplace. Well, lo and behold, that caught a nerve with a bunch of people, and one of my Perry 10K members, who's a fellow member with me, her name is Ketchy, she happened to share with her followers, just like some of you guys are sharing and hitting the little Periscope person down there, and you're sharing with others so that they can feel my vibe, they can have a laugh with me. I'm always delivering insightful concepts and insights. Well, one of these people shared my broadcast with a lady who lives in New York City. This lady reached out to me, and this lady has a company that deals with primarily elderly people that are shut in, and they deliver health care at home to these shut-ins. So there's attitude issues. They're constantly having to be involved with compassion. A lot of these elderly people are in their last days. Thanks for the hearts, guys. Appreciate those. Thank you. Heart it up. If you tap on hearts for 2 solid minutes, that would give us about 500 hearts for every 2 minutes that you're tapping. It's weird things like that you can learn from a guy like me. I am a plethora of insignificant information. Does everybody know what plethora is? Does everybody know how to spell plethora? Do you think it's not important to learn how to spell plethora? It's important how to learn to spell everything. Okay? So spelling is a pet peeve of mine. Let's learn how to spell. Let's learn how to love. Let's learn how to say yes ma'am and no ma'am. Let's learn how to hug. Let's learn how to give. So I did this boomer versus millennials conversation. This lady reached out to me. Long story short, I ended up doing a paid Skype session for this corporation. Hey, Liz. Liz knows plethora. Yeah, plethora is kind of like what Wayne and old Brad was saying earlier. Plethora is a herd. Plethora is many. So I guess that's our message tonight. Plethora, herd, many. So I shared a 1-hour Skype session where I taught on leadership and motivation and the importance of teamwork in the workplace. Also, I taught on the importance of respect in the workplace. You don't necessarily have to like every single one of your coworkers, but in my operations, in the 3 businesses that I own, you do have to respect everyone in the workplace. And after all, asking for respect is about the least thing that a person can do. So I did that Skype session. They even had purple and gold plates for their cake after, because as you know, I'm an LSU graduate. You guys, I'm faced with a major issue. Oh, Wayne, okay. Developing a culture of honor. Man, is that important. You know, I see it a lot. Liz is talking about developing a culture of honor. The sad reality is, when I do Periscope sessions in the middle of the day, the majority of the people that are following me in the middle of the day are actually supposed to be working. Okay, but they're not working. The majority of Christmas presents that are being purchased this year, okay, are not being purchased at night after hours when they're not working. The employees are purchasing on the manager or boss's time. Okay, that's the reality. Okay, and so they're expecting a check, but they didn't give the proper work. Okay, do you know what another word for that is? It's called stealing. Yeah, they're stealing whenever their mind is not engaged on their work. So if they're 5 minutes on Facebook and 5 minutes off, and they do that 50 times in a day, they stole 250 minutes from their employer. That's called stealing. In essence, it's white collar crime, and it's killing American productivity. So I got this Periscope session. I shared, and I didn't know what was coming with it after I did the boomers and millennials. I ended up doing a Skype session for this group, and it would have been unbelievably nice if all they did was just send me a Christmas card. Wouldn't that have been really nice? Yes, it's old school stuff. Character is needed. As a matter of fact, Liz, what's happening is old school is now becoming sexy. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Old school, what I learned in kindergarten, is more important now than ever before. Ever before. Now look, my daddy is on this Periscope right now, so he would set me straight. But here's the deal, okay? What they call child discipline, actually what they call child abuse now, was child discipline in the 60s. And we made it through. There's nothing wrong with a hand on the butt from time to time. Now, I don't believe anybody should get hit in the face, but what we have is a lack of respect. that's happening. That's what we're having right now. And so we're seeing that all over America. But I'm going to get off of that, because what I want to tell you is they did send me, for my effort, they sent me a Christmas greetings card. Wow, that's pretty impressive. I would have been excited. In addition to that, though, they took time to write on here. And so let me read what they said. Thank you for your enthusiastic approach to service. See, it's not what you say all the time about yourself. It's what others say about you. Enthusiastic approach to service. Okay, so a lot of time, well, I don't want to talk about customer service. The customer, they're so mean and they're not loyal. Well, you got to talk about customer service, because that's where the rubber meets the road. So you have to talk about excellence in the workplace. Building a culture of excellence is never a completed job. Hey, Mimi, I've not seen your handle before. Welcome to the group. Today we're talking about all kind of stuff, but mainly we're talking about the power of Periscope. So please tell us if you're new and where you're from. So they told me, thank you for your enthusiastic approach to service. Please see the enclosed t-shirt and soap, all made by hand. Wayne's going to the post office tomorrow to send Christmas cards, calendars, and ink pens to my clients. That's an important thing. Okay, I one time got tired of sending out thousands and thousands of Christmas cards to my client base. As some of you know, I'm a licensed insurance professional. I own an insurance and financial services franchise in the state of Louisiana, and I have for about 28 years. And so I was always sending out these great little desk calendars, and for whatever reason, I missed the deadline on one particular year, and I didn't send them out. I said, well, no problem. I'm not going to send them out this year. Wow, man, did I get verbally attacked. My customers were asking, where's my calendar? Well, the fact is, I never really knew they missed my calendar, because a few people was telling me thank you, but nobody ever really told me how much they liked the calendar until I forgot to actually send them a calendar. So guess what, y'all? I haven't missed sending out calendars since. So thanks for the hearts. I like those flesh colored hearts, but as y'all know, my favorite hearts are purple, gold, and green, baby. Purple and gold is for LSU, and the green, purple, gold, and green is those Mardi Gras colors. So heart it up. Give those purple and gold and green hearts. Okay, there's a green one. All right, we got a green one in the house. We got a little flesh going on. Oh, boy, the green is taking over the flesh right now, so now the greenies running ahead. I bet they did. Mine told me one year, Wayne said his customers told him one year whenever he didn't send the calendars out. So remember this, if you have systems that are working, don't get away from the systems that are working, and put all that in an electronic document, kind of like a checklist. Don't try to depend on your brain. I mean, in my case, my brain's pretty small, so if I don't write it down, hell, I'm going to forget it. The point of this is that I did that Periscope session not knowing if anything would ever become of it. I just gave with a giving heart, okay? If you want to get, the key to getting is giving first. Put on your give and then you'll get. So I got this card and it was handwritten. Now y'all be honest. How many of y'all are still taking the time to handwrite some cards? Okay? You know, Outlook calendar's good, but a good old school handwritten card goes a long way. Here's the other thing. They sent me a t-shirt, okay? And the t-shirt you're not going to be able to see, but it basically has a bamboo artwork on it, and it's got some soothing rocks that are on it. And those rocks you would see if you ever got a massage. You would see these sort of soothing rocks on a massage. But here's the thing, guys. This t-shirt here, this wasn't silk screen or silk printed, okay? This was hand done, y'all. Are y'all getting this? This was handmade. And in addition to that, you can go to goldensoaps.com. They're a soap company. So here it is. You can barely see it. Golden Soaps. GoldenSoaps.com. They sent me some great bath soap. I checked their website. They have lip balm. They have some other skincare products. So here's the thing. They're a mom and pop organization. They're not a big company. That's why you should buy from them. Because they care. They reached out to me. They hand make this, okay? This is not coming from a big warehouse. Listen, if you don't support the one-man shops, or let's just start at 50 employees or less, that is the fabric of America. The future of America is built on the shoulders and the backs of the small business owner, okay? So I'm giving a shout out to Liquid Soap. LiquidSoaps.com. Can somebody write that on the bottom? LiquidSoaps.com. Reach out to them. They don't even know that I'm doing this scope. I guess I should have called it a soap scope. But I can't repeat that 3 times. Y'all that know me, I can't say soap scope. See, 2 times. That's my LiquidSoaps.com. So check those people out. And remember, go ahead and do your first Periscope broadcast. Can you make a commitment to do it? Check you later, Wayne. Thanks for stopping by. Can you bring me some gumbo the next time you come on, Big Daddy? So remember to reach out on your Periscope. Do at least one a day. And follow the other people that are in the room today. I'm Marvin LeBlanc, and I hope you enjoy just a fun scope about how you can end up with unexpected packages in the mail just because you came and you helped somebody with a giving heart. That's what it's about. Okay, it's not about materialism at Christmas. Can you just give from a loving heart? That's going to be much more important than anything you can buy from a store. I wish you peace. I wish you love. Most of all, I wish you gumbo. Good night, everybody, from South Louisiana. I'm Marvin LeBlanc, the Cajun Rambo. Bye-bye.